everyone, and welcome back to a brand new video. We are here with Getting Over It with Bennett 40. Now, as you probably know, this game is known to be incredibly hard and frustrating. However, there is a special thing with this game, as it is one of the first games that I played on this channel quite a while ago before I regularly started uploading, but I've completed this game a lot of times and I wanted to kind of revisit it because I haven't played it in a while, and I think it might be quite fun to take you through the game and well, kind of show you properly, because the first video I put out on this, where it was getting the final achievement for completing it for 50 times, which was very stressful, but I didn't speak in it or anything, so I kind of want to, take you through this. Hopefully I don't get too angry at it. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. We will see, because I haven't played it in very long. But let's just get on with it. As you see, I have the lovely gold pot that you get. So first of all, when you start off, this is basically the place where you can practice your small movements. This is, well, the tutorial level, of course. So you want to just slowly get to the grips. This will be your first, if it's your first time playing, just get to grips with slowly moving your hammer. Learn how to propel yourself as well, because it makes it so much easier. Also, learn how to push yourself up with your hammer, because it will help quite a lot. Actually, that's one thing I should show. So currently, these are my current settings. So I use, oh god, 3600 DPI on my mouse, and I have my sensitivity quite low, because I think that's the easiest way for me. That's what I've always been used to. I haven't changed these settings once since I first completed it. So you just gotta, at first, you just gotta learn to propel yourself upwards, whether that be by pushing like that, or whether that be by hanging off something and pulling yourself up like this. Either way, it's one of the easiest things to get a hang of. Now, this bit is incredibly difficult for everyone, really. I still get stuck on this, but the key is to propel yourself up. See, I always end up messing this bit up, but the key is to propel yourself up and hopefully hook up onto the wall. Either try to push yourself up, or just slowly try drop down and hook on to this lantern here, where you can push yourself up and get safely on to the second lantern. Push yourself up slightly to hop up onto the top of this rock. Try not to go too far over, or you will end up falling back down. Push yourself up at a slightly different angle. Oh, and now this bit is one of the most fun parts, because you literally just have to move your mouse in a circle. It's that simple. I think it is that simple, just pulling yourself up through. This bit is very simple again. So you just got to move your mouse forward, so it creates these tiny hops, and then now you are safe. Now, this is the bit where you can be a little sneaky, and you, instead of going through the whole map, you can literally just hang off here. Sometimes it takes me a while to get this right as well, but if you hang off here, move your bucket or your shoulder so it's slightly touching, and you should be able to propel yourself upwards and grab onto the stairs that are there. Now, sometimes just to save yourself, you may want to push yourself onto here. I sometimes find that is pretty easy to do because then you can save yourself quite easily. You can push yourself off of this if it works. And you can slowly, you've got to be careful with this because you cannot grip onto these stairs. You just have to be quick, pulling yourself up and get your hammer over this ledge here where you can rest for a bit, you can be safe. Now, what you want to do is you want to, well, just stay on the edge of this chair and push yourself up and hook onto this security camera. Don't worry, you will be safe, you will not slip off. And then push yourself onto here. Now, what I find easiest to do is to just move your mouse in a circular position, propel yourself upwards, and then you'll end up, and keep doing that until you end up to the top. Push yourself off this lovely toilet, and you'll end up here. Now this bit you have to be quite careful as down there is a bit you can fall off, but it is pretty easy to avoid it and you can push yourself off here. Here is where a lot of people slip up. Now it is pretty easy to get up onto the first rock, of course. You just push yourself up and you hook on, and there you go. Now you've got to go up this slow, and I mean slow. Do not try and rush it. Just go up and hook on slowly. Now what you want to do is you want to make sure you push yourself up as close as you can to this rock, as you want to try and grab up to the high point of this rock. And that's what happens if you do not go high enough. So don't worry, you can save yourself. Just repeat again. Now some people prefer to try and hop up, but I don't like that. I like, there you go. Do it slowly and you should be able to end up here. Slowly move yourself higher, and now you're safe kind of once again, and this is a good resting point for now. Now slowly push yourself up at an angle to help grab on to this bit, and once again push yourself up and you can land on this thumb. Now quick jump scare warning, as you will come across some bats, but do not worry. Now this bit can be hard to get right quickly, but you just want to propel yourself up and slowly fall down the roof just so you can land on this window. And then you just want to propel yourself up, and I like to just try and push myself like this. Now this is another great spot to rest and quit the game if you want. This is a nice place that you can just push yourself over, not backwards, and keep pushing yourself up. That is the key. Now this bit is very weird. I can't get it right all the time for some reason. It's quite hard to get right. There probably is some kind of tactic, but what I mostly do is I mostly try get my hammer onto the edge of the highest point of this rock, try and push myself up just to grab on. Or as you see, that slope is quite slippy, so you have to be quite fast with it. I'm not actually sure if there is a better way to do this. This is the way that I figured is easiest. That hat can get in the way quite a bit, but as soon as you get the right place, you can get over it. There you go. I said the name of the game. There you go. You could just push that hat out of the way. You don't need it. Now, this is a nice bit. Land yourself onto the edge of this anvil and push yourself up. You may not get it right all the time. I remember this used to take me so many attempts to get onto this ledge, but do not worry, as you will make it. Slowly push yourself up, land on this flat rock here, and then push yourself up again to land on this ledge. Now, place yourself on the corner of this ledge and push yourself over and hook on to the middle of this boulder. Now you want to just slowly push yourself and keep your hammer out. Maybe not. I always time that jump very, very wrong. Sometimes I give it too much power, sometimes I don't give it enough power. But you will eventually get the hang of it. So do not worry. This game is all about trial and error. No one can do it perfect unless you are a one of those master speedrunners at this game. So let's get back. Ooh. Slowly push yourself over and hook on to the snowman. I think it is possible to skip the snowman, but I wouldn't recommend it. Because it's much harder to get it. Ooh, that wasn't meant to happen. Oh dear. See these boulders, they do look quite simple, but they can be fairly tricky at first to try get your positioning and the amount you push right. But don't worry. Eventually you will get there. You will get the hang of it, especially if you play it quite a few times. I do recommend that when playing this game is do not stop in, like, do not keep stopping and restarting. Try and complete in as much of an area as you can as possible, because if you just keep quitting and restarting, you don't really get the hang of practicing much. So now you push yourself over, keep pushing yourself over until you get to this final boulder where you push yourself over onto this ledge. Now be careful, you want to push yourself upwards and hook onto this ledge. And now here you will have come across a bucket. Push yourself up and try hang on to the bucket. Do not go near that snake, as it will end absolutely horribly for you, as it puts you right back to the very beginning, which is very, very nice. So basically what I did on that bucket there is I put my hammer into the middle and swung, so I got some momentum, then pulled myself up onto that ledge, then pushed myself off that ledge onto this mountain bit. Now, the mountain bit is quite cool to try and memorize, but basically it only has a few certain ledges in it. What my tactic is I lean myself on this first ledge, you use your hammer to feel for it, then feel for the second one, then push yourself up, and you should be able to feel, you should hopefully be able to push yourself up. Sometimes it takes a while to try and do, but there are multiple ledges. There you go, there's another one. and you'll push yourself up on this kind of slopey bit. Oh, ah, doesn't want to cooperate today. Sometimes you get great momentum, sometimes you get really bad momentum. It all depends, really. Now, there is another ledge here, I'm pretty sure. Or it might only be the one that I am currently on. But if you can get onto that third ledge, that is a pretty good way to propel yourself. But sometimes the mountain just does not want to like you very much, and it will just keep pushing you further and further down. There you go. That's the ledge I wanted. Okay, and you want to slowly put yourself onto this kind of slanty bit where you should be able to rest, and you can put yourself here. Now push yourself up, and the same thing basically happens here, but every part of this mountain is a ledge, but there are deeper ones which you can feel for, which are much better to go and rest on. I would recommend taking the mountain very, very slow, as if you try going fast up it, especially this bit, you will fall. This bit you have to go slow too, as it is another slippy bit. If you go fast, then you are not going to do well. Now we are on the final stretch. All you have to do is push yourself up onto the roof of this temple or monument or whatever. Push yourself onto this first dish, flip yourself over and land on this metal bit. Then push yourself on top of this dish. Now this one can be kind of hard to get right. You want to push yourself up and try land on that other dish above you, but that's another bit that I struggled quite a lot with, actually. But you will eventually find the perfect hook, and you will get onto it. There you go. Now, a lot of people will say to keep climbing up, but I actually prefer just to hang and pull myself straight up as fast as I can, as you'll start ending up into space and you will end up being safe. Now, it is possible to push yourself down, but the goal is just to keep pulling yourself up and keep bouncing off every asteroid until you get high enough. Sometimes you'll end up like this and you'll just end up floating up in space because you didn't push yourself high enough. But do not worry, the game is designed to bring asteroids near you, and once you get these stars, you have gotten over it. And you have the lovely credits if you press space, and then you'll end up here. 17 minutes is pretty good. So hopefully this guide helps you. Do not mind the number of wins. You don't get anything for it, but I used to just play this in my free time. But I hope this guide kind of helped you with getting over it. I know there's not much. There wasn't much enjoyment as in terms of struggling, but I kind of just wanted to revisit the game and talk through it. But if you did enjoy, please of course like the video. Go check out any of my other videos. Of course, keep game suggestions coming. If you want to stick around and keep up to date, go ahead and subscribe. There'll be some cool videos coming soon. And then, of course, I've got my socials in my description. for you to keep up to date with anything else I do. But other than that, I'm happy to say we got over it for the 91st time, and I will see you in the next one.